No, we on the In My Opinion podcast. My man Trav, my man Aunt G, filling in for my dog Cuzzo. You got the Bel Air rogan in the building.
I ain't come to talk around, I walk around the block of my neighborhood. Let them know what's good. I ain't came to talk around, I walk around my block of my neighborhood. Let them know what's good. I ain't came to talk around, I walk around my block of my neighborhood. Let them know what's good. I ain't came to talk around.
In My Opinion podcast, T Rivers, Mr. Benefit of the Doubt, season 2. Got another banger for y'all, boy, another special one. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm going to introduce my co-host, team member, dream team member, Aunt G. What's up?
What's up? Sitting in for my man, CU Zizo. What up, what up?
You know what it is, man. This dude I got right here, man, veteran in the game, one of the most lyrical cats out of Charleston. He always been putting in that work for sure. Got a song called Work. You know how I go, you know what I'm saying, man? So, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's happening, man? People all across the world, man, you know what I'm saying? Little boys, little girls, you know what I'm saying? Grown men and women, cats, ducks, dogs, chickens, you know what I'm saying? This shit dog, you feel me?
Right.
The original soulja boy, the original man, the O, you feel me? Raheem Dripper, okay, Abdullah the Dripper, okay, MC Talk Shit, okay, it's your boy Lo Ishmael, you feel me? What's happening, man? We rocking, man. In My Opinion podcast. Shouts out to my dog CUZO who couldn't be here. You already know what it is. We live in the building. We finna turn all the way up.
Man, all the way to the roof.
Got my
In My
pinkies
Opinion
up, man.
podcast.
I got my pinkies up,
There
man.
you go. Like, subscribe, share. But most importantly of all, hopefully you enjoy the show, you heard? And you know what I'm saying? So, OSB, the original man, what's that all about? Like, what is that, the original man? Why you call yourself the original man?
All right, so the O was born out of competition, right?
Yeah, okay.
So OSB. So it really started out as Lil Soulja, right? As a young teenager, and then it was Soulja, then it was Soulja Boy, and then Soulja Boy Tell Him came out, and then me and him.
You first now. I know that. I can vouch for that.
Well, let's get it right. Let's get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it right. I named myself I was named Soulja, but I took that name because I was a little soldier to my big brother, right? Salute my brother Dub Slim, right? And my man Busta Rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Rhymes named me that. You know what I mean? Not the rapper Busta Rhymes, but my man out the hood in Most Corner, Rhymes Soulja, he named me that, right? So Rhymes named me Lil Soulja. I turned it into Soulja by the time I've been like 16, 17, right? So I felt at the time the only person that been Soulja anything, rest in peace Soulja Slim.
Okay, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So to have that name, and y'all got to hear this out here in podcast world, like it's street shit, right? So the mentality we have growing up, that type of name, Soulja, that's a name you got to live up to. So when Soulja Boy Tell Him came out and he had dropped his song, more than 10,000 people back home thought that was me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you first.
People in New York thought that was me.
That's a Soulja Boy.
You see what I'm saying? When Soulja Slim got killed, people in New York thought that was me. You see what I'm saying? Because I was the only person Soulja that they knew, quote unquote. So anyway, the O was born in 2010 out of competition. The O originally was short for the original Soulja Boy.
Okay.
The O.
Yeah.
You see, the OSB. You see what I'm saying?
History for that.
To be honest with you, I was always playing with the name The Original Man because as I grew older and, Mercury went into retrograde back in 2008 and a lot of niggas that was asleep started waking up and I was one of the niggas. So I started beginning to learn the science of universal principalities and, you know what I'm saying, supreme mathematics, so on and so forth.
Yeah, you know what? That's going to take me into my next question, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're very spiritual. So you Muslim, right? So as that... okay, go ahead and finish it, man. My bad. I really question kind of going. You really go deep into it.
Let me finish answering.
I got you, my dog. Keep on doing what you do.
So, honestly, I say about a month ago, Gino Judges from BDMR.
Okay.
Blue Diamond Mafia.
Yeah.
Salute to him. He came up to me and he was like, and I was playing with this name in my mind, the Original Man.
Mm-hmm.
So he came up to me one day at a Meeting of the Minds event, Salute Colors, Rock Fame, Meeting of the Minds.
Show. Great show.
787, always a great event.
Yeah.
And he came up to me and he was like, the Original Man, and he gave me that. And it was like confirmation.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Like a sign.
That's it. That's
right.
really
You weren't
it.
thinking about it. He hit you with that.
Right.
Yeah, that means something, bro.
But that name brings so much, right? Because my music goes over a lot in hip hop, and I don't know if anybody been watching the Wu-Tang Saga, but
that's my joint.
The RZA was Prince Rakim at 1 minute, and you see how they was. What's the science for the day, brother? Like, I don't want nobody to be running up on me with all that extra shit, bro. Because I mean, like, I'm still learning the supreme mathematics. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still learning knowledge yourself. I'm still learning who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I be feeling like niggas be getting a lot of shit twisted when it come to that, because it's like, okay, yeah, I know the 1 through 0, you know the 1 through 0, but nigga, I know the equation to gag it, to prove that God exists, but I still don't know how to apply it, nigga, to make it grow sugar. You see what I'm saying? So like, running up on me, asking me what's the science today, nigga, the science is getting my life together. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, so that's how the O
that's what it
was born. But y'all niggas know me as Ish.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So, we high school.
Yeah,
brought that freestyle type competition to the school.
I ain't fuck with nobody say, nigga, I was the first nigga in Goose Creek rapping. Wasn't nobody, and if anybody was rapping, they was not outwardly rapping.
They ain't running up on nobody.
I was running up on niggas. Nigga, oh, you rap, nigga, what's up, nigga? Nigga, bring that shit, nigga.
Sending verses around the classes or through paper.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Sending the verses,
battling
and
through
DL
paper.
used to, remember DL, nigga? DL used to set the beats up. Nigga used to be beating. Nigga was the human Dougie Fresh of all time, nigga. For real.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man.
But you was about to ask me about religion and spirituality?
So, yeah, I was going to get on pretty much what you already speak on as far as being a Muslim. And
I was born Muslim, right? Because my dad, may he rest in peace, my dad found Islam on death row.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah.
My dad was arrested for a murder in the commission of a robbery. Him and 2 other dudes, and those dudes pinned the murder on him.
Wow.
My dad went to prison back when niggas was niggas in the newspaper, literally.
Yeah.
I actually have the article of when my dad went to prison. Like it's an actual detailed account. Like the journalist spared no detail of the night/morning. My dad was sentenced to death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
But my dad went to prison and got sentenced right at a time right before they had they had passed a law that if you kill somebody in the commission of robbery, it's a death sentence. Well, he was able to get off of death row and get lifetime parole through a technicality, because there was a white man that had done the exact same thing. And he did not get death.
Oh, okay.
I've been going on.
They got 20 years. So they gave my dad lifetime parole. So that means my dad was on parole until the day he died.
Damn. That's crazy.
The rest of his life. He was a free man. He was able to, move about. But
but they still, when they
couldn't make Hajj.
He
couldn't make Hajj. He couldn't leave country. He couldn't go to Mecca.
Wow.
He even had a probation officer that told him one time, a parole officer that told him one time, at the age of 65, her job was to make sure she put him back in prison. At 65, bro.
Wow.
At 65. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, Islam saved my dad's life. Christianity saved my mom's life.
Okay.
Neither one of those things worked for me. I'm not religious, right? I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
And I'm ancestral.
Yeah.
And I look inside. I don't look up.
For sure.
I look inside.
Yeah.
Right? Because even Jesus tells us that the kingdom of God is within us.
Yeah.
So that means look inside.
Yeah. I mean, I had the conversation with that, especially with
nothing else.
Especially the ancestors.
That's just the way I've interpreted that.
Yeah.
I've interpreted that to mean nothing else except look inside yourself. When you ask yourself a question, yourself answers you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When your bills are due and shit is against the fucking wall and there's nobody you can turn to and you say, God, I don't know how I'm gonna make this happen. And you start thinking of ways to make it happen. Only motherfuckers that help you make that happen is God and you.
Yeah, for sure.
God
in
you. Not and.
Yeah.
God in you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So,
right.
you know, word sound power, man. When I was 16, I remember Firstborn, right? Y'all remember Jay?
Yeah, Molly Racks. Yeah, I'm talking
Molly Racks.
Yeah.
Right? Firstborn,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So him and Dirty Dave are half brothers.
Yeah, for sure. Know that.
Me and Dirty Dave went to church together when we were like 12, 13.
Okay.
Right? It's crazy. Right? Because then 16, 15, 16, me and Jamal, we in school together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Dave, we in church in West Ashley. You see what I'm saying?
Way back.
Yeah.
That's way back.
Yeah,
That's sixth grade.
Yeah.
Right?
Was,
then 3 years, 4
yeah.
years later, I'm in Goose Creek.
Right.
Yeah, and then all over. Yeah, that's what's up.
And then Molly Racks, aka Firstborn.
Yeah,
or should I say Firstborn?
Yeah.
Aka Molly Racks.
Yeah, for sure.
Bruh got a deal. Bruh dad.
Yeah. We riding around Racks, man.
Bruh, like y'all
first at the time.
But see, y'all don't even understand.
Yeah.
See, y'all don't even understand.
That's when you had little E.
See,
You
like,
ride with them.
But see, listen.
You the biggest movement I seen.
See,
you
talking about it. Nigga.
Yeah.
I seen it.
Yeah, I seen the twins.
No, nigga.
I'm on the road now.
Nigga, I'm on the road.
He was moving around here. Be me, Moon,
nigga.
Rick. We've been moving with him. I know when 50 Cent, not 50 Cent, but Young Buck and DK, they came down here with him one time. We were walking in the mall all together. You know what I'm saying? Then later on, 10 years later, you see, Buck signed with 50, and he don't know you from a can of paint, but we was all walking through the mall at one point.
Right.
Based on because he was signed with TIP Records, which was independent.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, man. They been doing big things for a long time, man.
Let me tell you. Jamal and Aaron, aka Firstborn and Rising Sun. Them niggas album was platinum.
Oh yeah.
No. Listen.
Listen
to me. Tim and Terrell went to prison for money laundering.
Yeah. That's what because that's what happened to TIP Records.
CNN.
Right? Yeah.
Right. Me, my brother Dub, my brother G, my big homie Suede, we went on tour with Firstborn and the Hot Boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That nigga daddy was his manager. That nigga daddy was our manager. We was in a group called Ghetto Union. We went on tour with these niggas.
Yeah.
Okay. When I first moved
like 14, 15, 16.
Right. When I first moved into Goose Creek, this nigga daddy was telling me he had the barbershop.
Yeah.
In the front of Goose Creek.
So
this nigga daddy was telling me he was fucking with the music. 2 years later, I link up with Dub and Ill Will and Major Payne. I link up with them. They was Ghetto Union. Boom, I get with that clique. I bring that group to Benny. Benny, boom, start taking us on the road because Benny loved the fact that I could rap at the drop of a fucking dime.
Right.
Benny be like, yo, tell me a story about a man who gave his wife his all after 15 years and she left him. And I just be like, 18 years, man.
Oh, yeah, I know you can do that, man.
Then they be like, God damn, this nigga just left me. You know what I'm saying? So, my point of saying all that is that, my nigga, listen, we did a show in Atlanta, at Atlanta Live. This is during 400 degrees. Juvenile was the only nigga wearing platinum. I remember this show like yesterday.
That's crazy.
Juvenile was the only nigga wearing platinum. Baby didn't even have platinum in his mouth yet. He still had 32 gold teeth in his mouth. Manny Fresh had 2 bitches up under his arm. Turk was in the back. Lil Wayne was in the back. Baby had 2 bitches up under his arm. Juvenile was sitting on a speaker with a t-shirt turned around his head, screaming into the microphone, turn my motherfucking microphone up. Lil Troy was on stage we was at Atlanta Live, nigga, Deion Sanders Club. Lil Troy was on stage rapping up Wanna Be a Baller. Me and Andre 3000 and CeeLo was sitting at the bar, nigga. I was telling them niggas, and I gave them niggas a CD called Ghetto Union. Our first single on that bitch was called Kings and Queens. Gave them niggas my CD, told them what hotel we was at, went to the back. Everything I just told y'all prior to what I just said happened backstage. I go backstage again, me and my brother G. We walking down the hallway. Big Boy coming up the hallway. We coming down the hallway. Big Boy and my brother lock eyes to the point where they walk past each other and they turn around and they just kept looking at each other. My brother was like, that nigga gonna remember us. We get to the end of the hallway. Who's sitting at the end of the hallway with a fucking t-shirt over his head? Sleep? BG. High as a bitch.
Right. Yeah.
Don't know what city we in.
I know that's right.
First things nigga asked me for is a cigarette.
Yeah.
So he can wake up. My point of saying that is that 3 years later, them niggas, matter of fact, before I even say 3 years later, the next morning, we outside the hotel. Tim and Terrell's first and last time I ever seen these niggas. We outside. My big sister Adrian still has this actual Kodak picture. Remember the camera used to wind up?
Yeah, for sure.
She actually still has this
disposable
picture.
Yeah, to come right out on the spot.
In front of the tour bus.
Shit.
Tim, Terrell, Turk, fucking Sway, G, me, Firstborn, Son, Young Buck, D-Tape.
Yeah.
After we took that picture, Tim and Terrell looked up. They said, hey, y'all see that? It's 2 helicopters. 2 shits was just sitting there.
Oh, damn. So y'all was watching, them boys were watching y'all.
Bro,
That's
that's
what
what
happened.
them niggas said. The Ghetto Bird followed us from Nashville. And 2 to 3 weeks later, the niggas was on CNN going to prison.
That's what record label was at Nashville, right?
Yeah. 3 years after that, me and Son drove down to Stone Mountain, Georgia to see this black entertainment lawyer by the name of Kurt, who at the time was representing NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Justin Timberlake as a solo artist, Peter Tosh, the reggae artist, and a host of other MCs. Dog look us in the face, dog said, yeah, y'all sitting on a platinum album, talking about the Firstborn Riders album.
Yeah.
Dog said, y'all sitting on a platinum album. I know how to get your royalties back. And because Tim and Terrell left the record label to Shamika, which was one of them boy Gap. Shamika taking the money, keeping the shit, but she kept restocking all the stores with the product.
Right.
All right. While we been in Atlanta, lawyer tell us $500 he can get them boy he can get my man his portion of the royalties back. First, I know Jamal did that. I know Jamal spent the money to get that. Next man never did that.
Yeah, right.
Next man turned down a single deal for $250 bands. I done been around some shit.
Man,
I also done had deals on the table that I didn't take. You see what I'm saying?
And the deals you had, why didn't you take them at the time? What was it?
So the one deal I should have taken been the deal that I had right here in the city, and I kept getting in trouble. I was young, dumb, immature. I fucked myself out of a sure shot thing. I definitely say that. That was the only deal I ever should have taken. But I actually stole. Kill that. But I actually stole the cord with that engineer. Me and him patched things up. He actually had me blacklisted for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, no shit.
Somebody they really can blacklist you out there like that and just keep you from this.
Bro, listen, the dude,
you see that, you hear that, but to have out your mouth.
Let me say this.
And to have, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't blacklist me. The man from Universal Records that was going to sign the deal before he retired who was telling him not to do the deal in the first place.
Right.
When he found out what happened, he blacklisted me and 5 other niggas on the way out of his retirement.
Damn.
So for 10 years, I couldn't get a meeting. I couldn't get a radio interview. I couldn't get a show. Couldn't get nothing. Couldn't get nothing. Mm-hmm. I had to figure it out that I had been blacklisted. I had to really figure it out. Like, because 10 years had literally went by. I had an album out. I had a wife that was sick. Rose!
For sure.
I had a wife that was sick with multiple sclerosis. I'd been going through a lot of different changes. And Molly Rex, aka Firstborn's brother, was popping his album at the time, 1,000 Ways to Get Paid.
Oh, yeah.
Young Rome was bubbling. BB Slim, Doughboy on the track, and what was bubbling. And a lot of this was coming out of BCM. And
where was that?
Yeah, and that's where I had my deal that I should have took. That's where I was blacklisted at. A lot of people bat an eye and throw a hand, but that is the only person that is connected to the industry.
You call it?
Directly.
Yeah. Because I heard
for the last 20 years.
I think Lim said Carlin had deals. If people didn't take some deals,
if anybody, hell, Lim didn't take the deal.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to go down memory lane, let's remember that BCM was introduced on a Bad Boy beat on a Z93 radio promotion by a Bad Boy artist.
Yeah, I know Colin connected.
Mark Curry.
Okay.
And he was introduced on the G-Dep Make This Money, Take This Money beat. Okay?
That's some throwback.
That's
for sure.
heavy. That's over 20 years ago. That's the introduction to BCM Studios.
Yeah.
And let's also, I just want to throw this out there because nobody knows this. He gave Herb Gotti Ashanti.
Oh, wow, that's major.
Yeah. He has Ashanti's first demo in his studio. To this day.
I mean,
that she recorded here. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And he sent it to her. He sent it to Herb like, yo, you can do something with this chick. And then Ashanti was born.
Blew up.
You know, I know you with the music group, and I see you performing in Detroit. I see you in Cleveland and stuff like that. So what's the reception on the music?
He was making moves like
that.
Yeah. Cause you know, I ain't even on the internet or none of that right now. Like I just been years off of everything, bro. You know, I just get back on.
Yeah, man. So when you do that, like, you know, what's the reception to the music when you out of town mixing like that, doing shows outside of Charleston?
Can I use this as that?
Yeah. Go ahead. Put that right in the corner. Now put it on the floor.
Yeah. So my first show in Detroit was set up by the Sky Records.
Make me want to smoke now.
No, you can have a show.
Back to smoking on camera, man. You know what I'm saying? Bad guy.
No. You don't. Don't play.
No, I'm not with the cigarette. I'm like, you know, that cigarette like it was a motherfucker.
What you need to do is have some motherfucking self-discipline.
Right.
Yeah, I try, man. I'm
gonna help you out. I'm not gonna pass this motherfucker.
Don't pass it.
I'm gonna do you a favor. I got you. You ain't gonna work.
Shit.
So no, listen, right? Real talk. So the Sky Records has set my first show up in Detroit, and my partner from 360 Tent, his cousin out there in Detroit, was the point man and the promoter out there to set the show up. Salute the Sky Records. I'm not under their management anymore, but they gave me a great 5-year run. They put me in a couple of positions I wouldn't have been in at the time. You know what I mean? So I give the Sky Records, they love and they do. But that was my first show out there, and it was dumb love. I didn't do major numbers out there because at the last minute, T Grizzly decided to put on the show.
Detroit, yeah.
And I think that was some direct hate because of
That's a little shit.
because of who was putting the show on.
Right.
Not because it was me or was Skywreckers,
Right.
but because of who it was in Detroit.
I mean, was he just a headliner and just came on after everybody?
No,
He came on early.
I had my own show,
Uh,
and he decided to literally book a venue the day of my show and drop a flyer and promote a show. Not
away from the
not even 20 minutes across.
Damn.
So it was like, and I mean,
That's
like,
some hood gangster shit right there, yo.
like, we put what, 50 people in the building maybe with no radio promotion on our first show,
Right.
And that was like $10-15 a head, 50 people.
Right. I mean, that's
And
look.
Look, and I sold every T-shirt that I asked to be sold, and I sold every CD that I put out and put in somebody's hand, and I made money on the door.
That's what I'm saying. So the reception in Detroit,
It was fucking amazing.
So, I know, you're into politics and all that, man. So what do you feel about gun violence? We had a situation in Texas with the shooting. We had leave people kids alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just why they, killing the kids, and then we had the Sandy Hook, and it's like
that school should have had police there.
So what's the answer, if there is an answer, to gun violence in America?
Well, as a father who just recently buried his daughter to gun violence,
wow,
not even 2 months ago.
Wow.
The bigger question that I think we should be asking ourselves is, who is funding these teenage kids? How do these teenage kids get the money to buy these assault rifles? Teenage kids.
Hell, but,
No.
But I mean,
not shotguns.
Kids got money, man. I mean, they can get money from their parents. They can save up. You can get the money. They ain't even steal them. They go and buy them. Dude went and buy shit so he can birthday.
Me.
You know what I'm saying?
The bullshit. Miss me with the kids got money shit. Because this boy was apparently bullied and made fun of because he was poor.
That ain't nothing new.
So again, who the fuck funded this boy to be able to buy assault rifles that cost $1,500 in excess? This boy had a total of $9,000 of guns and ammunition. If you poor, who the fuck is funding you? Again, the movie theater shooting with the dude that looked like Carrot Top.
Yeah, with the orange joint.
Jonesboro. The Jonesboro Elementary School shooting that happened right after Sandy Hook. Columbine.
Virginia Tech.
Columbine. That's the earliest one I remember.
That's the first one I remember too.
That's the first one I remember. Okay.
The Trench Coat Mafia.
Trench Coat Mafia.
Yeah.
Columbine, Virginia Tech, Jonesboro, Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
The list goes on.
I personally.
We got bigger situations. We got the Senate trying to desensitize mass shootings. They're trying to desensitize the criminal act of a mass shooting to reduce it.
You mean desensitize, take it off of?
No.
Define that for the list.
Yeah, define that.
Okay, so the word desensitization is in Latin terms is to dumb down.
Yeah, okay.
They're trying to dumb down the charge in a mass shooting to the equivalent of a drive-by shooting.
You still going life of parole, life without parole is still the only option.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what
if they do that though,
listen to what I'm saying to you. A mass shooting that just happened. Okay? not even 2 weeks apart. You got a grocery store, and you got
the hospital too,
an elementary school,
and the hospital recently.
and you got a hospital, and you even have.
It's happening so fast.
Hell, you even have a mass shooting that happened on the east side during the block party.
Yep, right down. Yep.
Okay, so look, all of these situations have late police responses. My point.
I know the Texas one had a leak.
My point is this: 3 out of 4 of these mass shootings were done by white supremacists. They were done by white people. Every mass shooting, every mass.
I mean, it's popular for that. If white people, if you got mental health,
hold up, Trav.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's no show, man. My bad.
Every mass shooting has been done by white people, white supremacists, white racists, so on and so forth. More people die in mass shootings than gang violence. More people die in mass shootings than day-to-day black-on-black crimes in urban communities.
That's crazy.
This is statistically. This is statistically, numerically speaking.
Yeah, I got you.
White people have effectively taken over the murder, death, kill rate over African Americans and the so-called Negroes. So statistically, they want to dumb this charge down to the equivalent of black-on-black violence so that they can say black people are responsible for mass shootings.
So they try to say our violence fall onto the white kids? Music, all that.
So what the solution is? What is the solution? What's the solution? I think the solution is knowledge.
Yeah.
I think the solution is reading and studying and applying.
Yeah, but we doing that now. It's the shit that hit the fan. It got to be action taken to try to stop this shit.
Hold up.
Go ahead. Can we do that? Is that possible?
But see, that's the problem.
Oh, you saying that's what they want?
See, no, look, that's our problem. See, our problem is this, and this is my honest opinion of what I feel the so-called Negroes' problem is amongst themselves.
Okay,
all right. I'm gonna give you an example. This black mouse right here has been appointed the leader of these 2 bottles and everything inside this chest. Okay. This black mouse is going to be the speaker. It's going to be the representation. He's going to put all the plans into action for everybody that lives in this and everybody that coincides in these 2 bottles. Now, what everybody in this chest and in these 2 bottles are going to do, they're going to depict, or should I say decipher, this black mouse's life. They're going to look for any fuck up they can find so they can hang him from it.
Okay.
To find a reason to not listen to his plans, to find a reason to argue against the politics and policies that he may come up with us for us. Our problem is that we don't trust ourselves to lead because we always look for the fuck up in ourselves. So that we can project it on the person that is leading. We have no more leaders. We're never going to have another leader. There is not going to be a fucking Christ appoint. God is not going to send another son down here to fucking save your ass and do nothing. You know why? Because it's within you to do it.
Okay.
Because we, for generations upon generations, have crucified all of our saviors. We have sold all of our saviors out because we feel that we know so much more. And we don't know shit. Because as soon as we kill our leaders, we look into our oppressors to tell us what to do.
Well, the thing about it is the mass shooting is mostly white white, other than, we had the Buffalo incidents. But
the average mass shooter is a high school student that went to an elementary school that got schooled on.
But it's not like it's racial though.
But listen,
you know what I'm saying? So, and I see you saying they're dumbing it down.
The average high school shooter
it represents them more than us.
The average school shooter is a former school student.
Yeah,
that got the education on what to do during a school shooting.
Yeah.
The schools are training the kids to be fucking mass shooters.
They are, but it's not on purpose. You wouldn't think, because it's like social media.
Not on purpose.
Social media is
it's
doing
not
that.
On purpose.
Social media is doing
not
that.
On purpose. You really?
If you report it, you got to report it.
Nigga, it's not on purpose.
Tell me to report it.
If that's not
report it.
Okay, no, look.
So if you report it, if you report it, it's almost a hidden agenda. But if you report
check this out, Trav.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when we bring up, we don't say names.
Check this out, Trav.
Glorify it.
Check this out, Trav.
At the same time, I think if people got mental health, especially with white people, when they got mental health, they now that's glorified. They out there saying, instead of just killing myself, I'm gonna go out in a way to where I'm gonna be infamous.
You sound like
I'm just saying, I'm just offering a different.
You sound like
I ain't trying to sound like Fox News, man.
You sound like Fox News.
I ain't trying to tell me Fox News.
I'm gonna tell you why you sound like Fox News.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because Fox News and the American government will always attribute a mass shooting of a white person to mental illness. That is bullshit.
I didn't have mental illness now.
No. So you tell me
I ain't been mad. I'm always give.
No, my nigga, I don't give a fuck. Last month was Mental Health Awareness Month. Miss me with that bullshit.
I feel you. They can be using it for their agenda. I don't think the last shooting was mental health. I think that's just a guy that doesn't. I don't know, man.
Every shooter in the last 20 years has copped a mental health.
Yeah, but they ain't getting out. They're still doing time. Don't let these motherfuckers out.
And before,
but it is a rhetoric, though. Go ahead.
Everybody, two things. Listen.
She was over there dying.
Yeah, because I know she. I mean, man. That doesn't mean that.
Look, got so much to say.
The school shooting that happened in Texas, Teddy Boy, out there in Texas, Senator, that went to an NRA celebration that Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. The NRA provides at least 85% of voting funding. So when these leftists go and run for shit, government, Senate, shit like that, they fund them so that gun laws can stay prominent so they can sell it the way they want to.
Right.
As a little girl, and as for the parents, all the consequences and stuff, as a little girl, I couldn't go to the school with my hair fucked up for 2 days in a row, or else my mom was getting a call. There must have been something wrong at home. Right. What's going on? Right. Let's open a case. But these white mothers don't get that. You notice that every shooting that we have in all these black neighborhoods, every single little piece of gun violence is blamed on our community, how we are raised. They're investigating. There's something we need to do. There is more qualifications to fucking get food stamps than to get a gun.
That's true. And see, that's
okay.
nothing. Right. We need more background checks.
So how come these white mothers are not being prosecuted? If our kids right now go do some dumb shit, they coming to us. Sure. If they don't come to school, the cops is coming to our house. Yep. So how come when these kids are doing all these shootings, which they obviously did not get the guns on their own, because I don't care what they said, I did the research. That young man,
that's what I was saying.
That young man had over close to $10,000 worth of ammo and
I tell you, boy, you fucking lying?
Yeah.
He was right.
Where did he get this money from?
Right,
he bought two. Who the fuck funding these people, bro?
Right,
these people.
There's no fucking weight.
These people up north, these poor people that got hit in the supermarket. This man came and he scoped out the area. If he didn't get caught at that supermarket, he would have went to a whole other. He had a list of places that he was gonna go. He came back 3 times to that neighborhood. 3 times to the neighborhood, so that he can catch people in a vulnerable state on a perfect day.
Damn.
Okay?
Bro, I
On
got
a
But is that
personal
somebody
I got
sending
the
him or
video.
is that him?
I got that
We
video
would
in
never
my
know.
phone, bro.
Because the NRA will
I got
always
that
protect
video
the
in my
fair
phone.
skinned
There
man.
is
That's
a-
just what it
there
The
is.
is
first
a
person he
census
shot when he
murder
got out
too,
that
though.
car,
Yeah.
in that grocery
So-
store shooting,
Yeah.
the first person he shot when he got out that car was a white lady. I got the video in my phone, like,
So you saying the media portrayed that he let the white dude go to make it?
no, he
No,
didn't let
he
the
really
bro,
I know he let the white, but you
he
said
got
the white
out,
lady
bro,
was in the
listen,
car.
he got out that car. I got this video in my phone, bro. He went live on
It was
Twitch.
live
Yeah, he
streamed
did,
on
yeah.
He
Twitter.
got out that car. That shit. I'm talking about. He hit that lady so fast, smoke flew off the top of her head.
God damn.
I'm talking about. Boom! Walked right past her. Boom! Boom! Hit the next motherfucker. Came through the door. Boom! 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 He hit one lady, and when she hit the ground, he hit her 2 times in the head. The white dude he let go. This is why. Now people, the government created the term and coined the term conspiracy theories to make you say,
Sound crazy.
to make you sound crazy.
Yeah.
This is no conspiracy theory. He bent that corner. That white dude said, "Ah!" He said, "Sorry." Walked out the store. Literally. And just started walking out the store. MPD DIDs, multiple personality disorder, dissociative identity disorders. Okay, there are stories of people that have been programmed. If you ever watched the Manchurian Candidate movie, there are ways that they can program you to plant things in your mind so that they can access files, and they can also use trigger words to turn you on and cut you off, and sounds to turn you on.
So you saying the white dude was a trigger?
The scream was a turn off.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. Like if I'm in here on a kill spree
And I'm straight killing.
and I'm killing, like the lady I just shot before I bent this corner, I shot her twice, and then when I knew she was dead, I walked back up to her body and I hit her in the head 3 more times. Do do do. She's dead, my nigga.
Right.
Everything you just walked in here shooting prior to her is dead. And then this white man said, "Ah!" And you go, "Sorry."
Damn.
So
That's deep right there.
I mean, let's go into conspiracy kind of hard right there.
Hey, but see,
You know, to be programmed.
I got all that on my phone.
Young fucking gunner. So Rico, how you feel about that, man? Now I'm gonna start off.
You might be getting hit with the Rico.
But okay, come on. Now the government is using that to bring them down. But
what the fuck was they doing though?
you don't make nobody do it.
What was they
You don't make
doing?
nobody do this shit, though.
You take this one. Take this
Now
one.
they shouldn't use that.
You
You should
waiting
be able
on
to
this one.
use, unless you got me by, I
Take
understand. But go ahead.
I mean, they were basically not for nothing doing some white person shit.
Them niggas was running organized
And
crime.
they did it well.
Yeah.
They robbed
Okay.
money.
Okay,
they
I didn't
made
expect that.
money,
They did that.
And that's
I
what
didn't
they were
expect
doing.
that.
And they were beating the narrative of the people to be that's included that was making money off these white people.
So they did it to
All
them.
that-
And
all that
somebody
was
was
okay.
beating them at their own game.
All-
So they used the powers to be
Yep.
to take them down. That's
Right.
basically what it was. But
Okay.
from what I heard, he was doing some terrible things in Atlanta to our own people to do that. And that's the only problem that I have about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying
The
that
boys shoot YF and Lucci Mama.
Listen, I'm not saying
But
that.
they want to go back and forth.
But if he
The
was,
boys
if he
shooting
was-
YF
And when you threaten each other like
and
that,
shit
bruh,
that
and you in the
doesn't
streets,
Bruh,
affect us,
Stop,
or
you
Trav.
can't be talking that shit and not, you know
then I
what
would
I'm
have
saying?
been a little bit more okay with
Stop.
that. But
I'm
the
not
fact
saying that's
that he
right.
was tearing
Stop,
down
Trav.
the
But when you
people,
mix it in the streets like that,
Stop,
it comes with
Trav.
it, man.
Stop,
That's what
Trav.
bothers
It comes
me.
with it.
Stop, Trav.
So
He like, why
No, Trav.
Lucci been sitting out
No,
there,
Trav.
not
No.
saying nothing, not talking
No,
shit,
Trav.
not act like he
No.
should too.
No, Trav.
That's
No,
what it is.
I
no,
missed that. What
Trav.
he
No, Trav.
He,
I'm not
go
going
ahead.
to agree with you on
Go ahead, go ahead.
that.
They both gangsters, but he went too far.
Was not raised that way. And that is where I differ with niggas today.
You don't shoot mom nigga mama house. I feel you. Your mom, you mess with that. That's the old school rules. That's what it is. I can agree with that. If that's where you going with it.
Women,
Children. Yeah.
mamas,
Yeah.
grandmamas is off limits.
I agree
My
with that. I agree
problem
with that.
has always and will forever be with the man, I got a problem.
I agree 100% with
Don't
that.
got nothing else to do with nobody. If you watch shit like American Gangster, even the police have respect enough to not come inside the church and lock this man up.
Yeah,
and
man,
get this man the option.
Window shit going
No, but you know why?
They shouldn't, but they are.
You know why?
They are.
You know why this shit going out the window? Because it ain't that. It ain't just because it ain't no OGs to lead these little young niggas.
They all locked up?
It ain't just because of that. It's also, most importantly, because there's a new wave of crooked cop.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wave of crooked cop that make these little niggas say, "Well, smoke you, boy." You understand what he's saying? These crooked cops playing a different type of game, and they show you this.
They've been doing that.
Again.
Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Again, I'm going to say this to you again. There is a new wave of crooked cop, like there is a new wave of new nigga. New nigga don't care about your mama or your granny.
Yeah, there's no rules to it no more.
Just like new cop don't care
about
about
Young Thug and YF and Lucci, them boys, they going at it, nigga. I mean, when you in the streets missing like that,
Young Thug shoot this man mama house up. Them boy kill
I agree with that.
Them boy kill Young Thug baby mama in the bowling alley.
So it's just that boy both on the same level when it comes to that beef shit.
Yeah, bro.
And going at each other.
And then 3 weeks later, Rico Act.
So the Rico Act, and the problem I got with the Rico
and the boy
is,
the boy had a
we know them niggas is moving like that.
The police had a moment in washing the money.
Damn.
Nigga dead. What I think about it, I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. I think that.
Do you think that Rico should be able to be used in that situation?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna tell you, before I even tell you about a criminal charge, I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. I think that it is fucking amazing that a young black man beat them cracker at their own game. But I also think that it is fucking sad that young man, just like every other nigga, as soon as they get to that position of power, they start fucking over their own people. Fucked over a lot of his own people. And that's where everybody...
that shit, that's Believe syndrome. That shit is embedded in us.
No, nigga.
They tried to, we gotta break free of that.
Ain't no we gotta break free of that. Ain't no we gotta break free. Ain't no, that's bullshit, bro.
We been quiet in the brown. That's been going on with black people. And we gotta try to get educated and get away from that. We gotta acknowledge that. That's there, man.
That is that's what you sounded like. That's what you sounded like right now.
I definitely don't want to. I'm going back to the
Tell me how this man made millions of dollars and did nothing to push and uplift his people or his neighborhood where he came from. Nigga, I just got a better job and I was trying to play artists $300 for my shit. That's something little. That's very minuscule to what he could have been doing. Like, you don't even think about the fact that he misused his power and he got pushed into some shit.
But that happens all the time.
You got some shit.
And when it comes to black people pulling each other up, we got to get there. This shit is embedded in us for a long time to always, we try to get ahead so much.
It's not.
That once we get ahead,
set you up to do
it is.
And he didn't get there by himself. There's a white person in there somewhere.
Yeah,
there's a white person in there somewhere. And that
nigga's
sitting pretty while this boy is taking the charges for everything that's trickling down. And that man is still making money through all of that money, and he's still getting every piece of cut.
And he was probably hanging with
off of the music.
Trust me.
Off of the music.
Trust me. And you don't think our record labels and stuff like that heard what the fuck he was writing? Yeah, go and say that. Matter of fact, go ahead and put a little more detail on that. Go ahead. Yeah. Now go ahead and run this money. Go ahead. Matter of fact, remember that shit? Put that in there too. That sounds gangster. Yeah, real.
Oh yeah.
You don't think
the music is? I do think that the music is going
stupid.
The way they want the music to go. They are picking guns in the hood. They are doing this. It's up to us to recognize this and change the trajectory of where we're going. Because they are doing this, and social media, because it's all about getting ahead we so individualized as people. You know what I'm saying? All the other nationalities.
But see, this is what it is. The money
and we have to get past that. And we are.
That's what the money do. It enhances who you is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if Young Thug was doing that before he had the millions put him on.
And he could do it even more. He could do it even harder.
That pedestal, like,
so now the money to do it.
You know,
so
some guys get the money and spread the wealth.
Let's move on from that, though, man. Cause I got one last topic. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all been following the Monique and DLUE situation. And you're an artist, and this is an artist situation as far as being a comedian. And, you know, you go to a venue, and you all get an argument about who's supposed to go on last and things of that nature. And they produce the contracts. They both had a contract, apparently, saying they're supposed to go last. You know, but the problem I got with it is I don't think Monique, because I don't think she should have went out there and straight went 100 ham before she dealt with DLUE. Even though she came back out and said that she had prior issues with things DLUE was doing that she never brought to the forefront. And this kind of was the straw that broke the camel back. You know what I'm saying? But she went on stage and she went ham on them, you know, talking shit, bringing back Steve Harvey and all that.
No, I agree with DL. Where the fuck she been at?
Yeah.
Where she been at? Your relevancy has to be there.
I don't think Monique was funny.
I don't even think she's that funny. I think she's raunchy and people like the jig, you know, the jig that she does.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know what I mean? All the mannerisms and shit like that, but her jokes don't have any substance. D.L. Hughley has been running a show. He's been doing a radio show, a podcast, and he's stayed relevant. He's been on tour. He's been doing shows. He's been doing a little bit of movie thing here and there. And he stayed relevant. The fact of the matter is she threw out her contract thinking that it was one thing. But honestly, even between the both of them, me being in the background and doing showcases and stuff like that, being behind the artist, it's the PR fault. Where the fuck were they at? They should have been answered. Why did they let them fight like that? That's slack.
Yeah, and why did she do that?
They did it during the show?
And it didn't look
She did
it during the show. And he responded on his show.
Yeah, he had a rebuttal. But she had like a whole 10, 15 minutes.
She messy though.
And she is messy. And you know what? The thing about it is, I think she saw that at work. With the Netflix situation and Oprah. Yeah. And I think that she saw that people came on her side and it kind of went her way a little bit. Now she's doing it more like, okay.
Because she's irrelevant.
It's because she's irrelevant.
That's how you gain relevance. That's how she's gaining her relevance.
That's how you get right.
Like, you know how many people like to beef on me and get a little clout just for being a little bit judged?
I know that, right.
Like, so I can imagine on a major scale how that is. I don't agree with what she did at all. I think DL was the headliner just like it did, just like the order was.
Yeah, because that's like you said. Like I said, that's how it went. Like he came on last, so yeah, you got your contract. I got my contract. We showing it, trying to see if it's serious and I was real. But the show went the way he went.
Yeah, at this point, it'd be great for you even getting booked because where the fuck were you all the time?
Yeah. Right. And I never thought Monique was funny, but then it might be. I know you say you don't think Steve Harvey funny.
No, you gotta listen to him.
And I mean, Steve Harvey kind of a comedian the way I do think he's funny, but it's the way he do it. And I think Monique is the female version of how Steve Harvey.
No. They real opposite. Monique is trying to be dirty funny.
Yeah, she's raunchy funny. Steve is more classic.
Classy, you try to be classy. Right?
Yeah, he's old school with his jokes.
To me, Monique is like a corny Samoa or something like that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga said
Adele.
corny Samoa.
Oh, Adele.
Over her, I like some over her.
And both of them are queens of comedy, bro.
Yeah, she said, you over Queens of Comedy. I close for Queens of Comedy.
See, Samoa, I always laugh at her stand up, all of that, right?
Yeah.
Monique, some of her stand up, I laugh, but when she go and do the TV shows like the Parkers and all that,
she's
it was corny.
Man, hey, you know what it is? In my opinion, podcast, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Don't like that shit.
Like all that shit. That's what it is, man. Hold it down. You know what I'm saying?
And we gonna get a part 2.
We gotta get a part 2.
We gonna get a part 2.
You ain't get no questions in, man.
We gonna get it in.